Today's class is a quick pre-golf flow to better prepare your body to golf. So let's get started. We'll lie on our back, coming into a low bridge pose, pushing down into the feet, using your glutes to lift the hips just a few inches off the ground. We want to make sure that we're using our glutes and our hamstrings to lift up, not lifting with the low back. Reach your arms up overhead, make fists, and then open the hands out, spreading the fingers, make fists and open. So we're just flicking the hands open and close. Start to do this as fast as you can. You'll start to feel it in the wrists, but also up into the forearms. So let's warm those forearms up. Make sure you're still kind of squeezing the glutes to hold yourself in this bridge pose. Keep flicking the hands open and closed. Now we'll stretch out the wrist. Bring that right palm up toward the ceiling. Take the left fingers, pull back, stretching into that right wrist extension. Make sure you're still using those glutes to hold yourself in bridge. Switch hands, left palm up, pull back, getting into that left wrist extension. Keep pushing down into the feet. Arms come back to your thighs or to the ground. Let's try to slowly lower down, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Checking that low back is fully on the ground. We'll bring the hands behind the head to warm up the core. Bring your elbows in toward the forehead. Take a big breath in. On an exhale, I want you to feel your belly button pull down toward the ground as you lift off the shoulder blades. So we're not doing a big sit-up or crunch. Chin is slightly towards your throat, so you're gazing towards your belly button. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, lift up, pull the belly button down toward the ground. We're just trying to get off the shoulder blades, no higher. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up. Pull your belly button down. Keep your sacrum, which is right above the tailbone, on the ground. Keep looking at your belly button. We're going to turn the chest just 1 inch to the right. It's a tiny movement. Stay off that right shoulder blade, getting those obliques involved. Come back to center. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Pull your belly button down. Lift off the shoulder blades. Chin is towards your throat. Look at your belly button as you turn the chest 1 inch to the left. It's tiny. Stay off that left shoulder blade. Come back to center. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up, getting into the deep core, helping with that rotation we need for our swing. Look at the belly button. Rotate the chest to the right. Stay off that right shoulder blade. Come back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Look at the belly button. Turn just the chest 1 inch to the left. Stay off that left shoulder blade. Back to center. Inhale, lower. You can release that. We're going to come onto our hands and knees for a little spinal mobility. So bring your shoulders right over your wrists. You could also be on your fists to give your wrist a little bit of a break. And we're just going to cat-cow. Arching and rounding the back. You can have the toes tucked or untucked. That's just preference, whatever feels better for your feet and your knees. So as we do this movement, we're in spinal extension as we arch the back and drop the belly down, and we come into that spinal flexion as we round the back. So see how much movement you can get in both areas. Coming into a downward dog, we'll tuck the toes under, push into the hands. Keep the knees bent as you lift the hips up as high as possible toward the ceiling, like we're making a really short triangle. Keep the weight in the hands, push into the fingers. Now, if this is a lot, you can stick with this. Really bend the knees if you feel like you're rounding the back. If you want to get into the shoulders and shoulder blades a little bit more, you're going to push into the hands like you're shrugging your shoulders up and down. Pushing into the hands, lifting those shoulder blades up and down. So it's kind of like your head is lifting away from the ground and then carefully lowering back down. So this is getting into that scapula mobility. Big bend in your knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet until you can lower the heels down. Push down into your heels and toes. Big bend in the knees so that you can rise up without rounding the back. Checking in with our posture. Ears are over the shoulders, shoulders are over the pelvis. Stay on your left foot, pick your right foot up. So we're balancing on this left leg. We want to squeeze that left glute a little bit. Reach both arms forward, take your right arm, swing it down and back, turning the chest to the right, and then swing it forward. Right foot steps forward, balance on that right foot, pick the left foot up, reach the arms forward, swing it open, getting that same thoracic rotation. Pick up the right foot, tighten that left glute, swing the right arm as the chest turns, step it forward, one more, pick up that left foot, arms forward, swing that left arm down and back, step it forward. Let's warm up the legs and the glutes a little bit more with a reverse lunge. You can have the hands anywhere you want, but try to keep that same stacked posture. Take the ball of the right foot, step it back, let that right knee bend, and then step it forward. So we're just gonna alternate stepping one foot back. I want you to use your glutes here. Getting into that hip extension. We need our glutes to power that swing, so really think. Land softly and then push right back up. Getting the quads involved. We're gonna pause with that right foot back, pausing in that lunge. Bring your arms out like a goalpost, and then turn the chest to the left and back. So we're turning toward our front leg, just a small rotation. Again, we need that rotation for our swing. So let's warm it up here. Good, step it forward, back to those reverse lunges. Alternate, keep that nice long spine. So our ears are over our shoulders and our shoulders are over our pelvis. Warming up the legs. Pause with that left foot back, hold your lunge, goalpost the arms, rotate the chest to the right and center. This is probably going to be a really small rotation. Just aim for turning 1 inch without rounding the back. So keeping that stacked spine as we add this rotation in the thoracic spine, that's the mid and upper back rotating. Keep the legs and glutes working. This time we'll unwind and just turn to the side. Parallel your feet for side lunges. Sit back into the hips. So we want our hips going back, chest coming forward. If you're looking down and your knees are going further than your toes, you need to sit back into the hips more. Getting our adductors, a little length here. We use our adductors in that swing as well. So let's actively start to stretch or lengthen them so that they're better prepared. You can take this fast, a nice dynamic warm up. You can slow it down, make it a little bit stretchy if that's what feels good. But this is our last movement, so you can do this as long as you want, or if you're ready, you can be done and go golf. Have a great day.